Na Dr. Kakarimi no kase em say no mami wafra ne tenten so enti no yema ne hyede enti dubrin so a ye de yenyu nyam beta akire na yakobo na bibia so se wo mo bi nso a esuofu sa ho ne yabako
ye kwasuofu ton.
That's right. Nemo azimu de munto nro no na munya honde na mumre yi no.
That's right.
Dr. Kakare na da na wode mai.
Alaska me da se bebre ma memfa akwanye so na menchia ahoto informatiefo nyina. Na em say give us a center de ode yan na ode asem.
That's right.
Da be na me buy am beka me be breaking news na say the new product aba eno no. Ya sheda ye na purposely for STIs and I say enemu nyarewa hodo na
last week.
That's
last
right.
2 weeks.
Last week. That's right. Now the way amount for aso adrunu no. In fact, ye ka say nyankopon hira won papa. Na ye mpa bo say obi biara obeto give us GC capsules ni give us GC mixture. Senti obodi to ye no. Onya ho emuaye sede be ya obeto akoso because do di ya me ya one ntobi zo nze de na report me nya kakra ene se ebinom se omo bre ansa na omo nya na de meka kire saafo ni nyina ne se sebe mpani se modern mo ebumusu abaso
okay
ene didi kwan enwa ene esuro pinidu abakrata enura bam enti wo de okọ shop we no anya kwa another shop
okay
okọ sa shop no anya kwa another shop say nipa no olusu yen kan say customers ana me boa ana say ebetumi a sabe say atuduru asan na nya kwa wo tuam bo modern na fu ani kire o kan shin drag lane so won kan kwa de a honom de onya dura kwam bia so on sabe kan bi because nrufu ni nyina adwesu ene ho na mamen kire mu ma obia wan tin kase ya break say news no se Dr. Solomon Kwabi ede enro mienu bi nso asa bekani no na eye tatashe echebo ha Alaska so ni mboha.
That's right. Been mboha. Sikana ni hani ni hanya.
Okay. That's right. Anu nam papa. Dinti ma no ye ne se enipa binom fra no mo complain seriously. Menya infection. Eti infection cases ani enya na per day no. Na edo so dodo. Na doc say sa na tie dia enu amaye no. Ingredients we mu ekutia enam nyarewa hodo no. Mi yi no nko a pie me fish no nko out. Na ma sheda de ye drubia enam na no de eye purposely for infection. Enu na ma Dr. Solomon Kwabi ede give us GC capsules no give us GC mixture abadwa so. Na ni mienu enantebom mumu dodo am study Dr. Solomon Kwabi eluye mu no. Tambia no tade aduro no nante mienu adentra we siesie kwa mu no na we sayade no. Na enika sema wo mu ne se enipa mako 15 and a bribe registered drone with Food and Drugs Authority no ye agency ye de so wo mo ahwe wa bribe started see ye so wo mo ahwa na me share da bete ho kakra bi see the new product eba enti mo amotati Alaska the Dawn program no mo be kaya me ka bibi sa but man to munchene because na ye steady aduro no ye de manipa mako 15 free of charge.
Okay,
first person ye de man no say odwonso a na ne ba mu hyehye no ba konso no yo ba ono so ogunsu a na ne ba mu ehhehye no yes no problem monye monso me hwe enti edi aduro no ma wona na abo date.
Okay,
3 days time ni afro 1 week ni afro because on science there is all about data. Enti ye keep us data nan kakran study progress of healing no said the air cover omo a na omo so omo ba mu hyehye omo ne ba mu hyehye omo omo de contem less than a week.
Wow.
And omo de koye ene no achi ne nya nipa ni bia omo nso se omo ba ma no ho ene omo ba no ho no ensansan agugu ho obi wo so wa ya sansan no enko ewumu ana ye se ekọ na ba ye ma omo nso give us GC mixture tiedi ni ye omo nso no no ye no ba mo oba omo de no kọ na ekowie ye no na eja black spot bi e wo sebe omo genital organ no ho enti eno nso ye ma omo toaso enum aduro no later they call say sa black spot ni nyina no rabasa eno nso ayira.
Wow.
Na chese aduro no dia na edi nkunim ekro na de omo de na check akra it take be 1 month and sana ye nya eno kra na eka a week to a month eno mo frɛ sɛ ekɔ But yes, has twice so steady way for 1 week esa kan home and you who say ampa e kwankasa. Omo de ne ye bema ba ko na sebe jonso ha na emoja eni sufita bi free ne bema mu ba. Ebinom beka cho say bia kidney na say bia urinary tract na say bibisa na infection e ho. But yen de yan run test say brana yen so hwe na ye we there be. The bottom line and say oyare.
Okay.
And your mom must give us GC capsules and give us GC meshanabi. Almost so dear no rabasa echo. It yama ya betna radio so be dear dance here at the new product. They give us GC capsules, they give us GC mesha ya begas on one. Ya dia kuku draw in the dance here no. If he say ya dia so binmo ahwe ama drone a pest mamenka a pass test of time. It is a one so kwakota ema wo yam enhihye kra na mesramo dodo na mo frɛ sɛ mo bre na mo anya but mesrɛ ade pa bia no it doesn't come easy it would chinya wokɔ ha no anya bia kwa wokɔ ho no anya bia kwa unsa ebeka bi na unso watu yade ase kama ede ama na duro didi no mesrɛ tie ni ye eye give us JC capsules and give us JC measure ye tonumi no bom because we a treatment and our day it meant to baako nya baako tonumi no se oto na wonte bibia se a free na ye ne woni kita ho ne enkyere kwan abefa so a odi aduro no ebedidwuma na me sure obo yade no nsan yade na atena wo so a infection wanya atena wo so a waya stubborn no bringi give us GC capsules and give us GC mission be butu na to baby krama wa obo nsem ade ama abanuru give us GC capsules and give us GC mission maka ne say wi no last ba hana me ka say ababa wa bi frɛ say ono ne de no onum aduru no wie ye no wo hu say waye so dry it no or you worried I sanity sanadru doctor aye no because of say seven previous insu fi bi egu no esese aduru no timi pepa ana etwetwe sansu fi ni nyina efi system no eti ne ma for tools ye de treatment no eti bra atwetwe wie no wo ho atode but ma ye mfi say duru no bi da so system no eti be mo ye dry for some period ne mo bra wo num nsuo no na o flash system no we don say be 1 week or 2 no na was about back into normal eti me so onum wie na your ba na unso why too dry me nsuro to aso num nsuo for 1 week obesansi with that diamond ebio aduro ne gene ma ye mfi give us GC capsules and give us GC mixture ne mi no and antibom pharmacy shop herbal shop and drugstore abebo room no e ade a wonsa ebeka bi ntishe no so safa e mame enu achi no ma ye mfi se we aba menkan se unsa wo ba fufuru bi a wo jeje no so enu nti namba e medical kan eno ho asem de a kire mo no en kire se give us P capsules and give us co capsules e free so na bi e da so ho it is all your bema na wutie me na wo mre wo mpema wjoko sina ni mu anu agye mu a me so give us P capsules wo ho dip se bedi agina mu nemo eno no ye fa any give us co capsules no boom give us co capsules no dwumadi ni se be yi amaman koku ayam team any a febi a system no e be pie ni nyina free system no it eno no more or less na ye detoxifier na pave way ama give us P capsules no so ayintire no ho adwuma it bema otisi a no atiesi sa wonum bi da odie bomodra na obi a wanum bi pen dibusan say give us P capsules no give us co capsules no say na tie obedi ho adanse e de akyerew so person ye twetwe nkomofa enuro yi ho a for numbers a me de to dwai the di kan e 0501 92.3 55 68 28 0501 55 68 28 and I bet me so afraid 0543 222 470 T number in view 0543 222 470 fra you know but you can come and after mo mo pe bi etu aton no say new product no say old product no fra ye be ba abe supply na pharmacy shop herbal shop na drugstore bi abe room bia no unsa ebeka bi me say Alaska me nkyere bia ya hodo ankrofo benya bi because na binom frɛ ebisa me say o kofori dwe ya Gapson pharmacy na Delight pharmacy ko unsa ebeka bi suhumfo enko tonike hono mi nko hoda obi na frɛ di adanse at the time so koto ye drone bi on and the way see aboa no no na me hu say your shop bi so hu my friend Tony K into wo Tony K so a won sa beka bi so hu mumu dodo amo ashaman no Ekus Pharmacy and a Widema Pharmacy so nsa ebeka bi wo ho Tema Community 1 na nabo ache na so ye station where taxi rank or kwa wonsa ebeka bi Little George Community 5 PV being run about Little George memo ha awie Samson Community 2 then view on so commercial bank in chemwa okwa give us product bi e here bia no including the new products give us GC capsules and give us GC mixture no nsa ebeka bi ho na dependable so Medina okwa nsa beka no can she drag lane there minyi twin ya do shop bi abirem bia no nsa ebeka bi Lodi Heba enso Tesano police station chen wa Lodi Heba so nsa ebeka bi ewo hono Samson Escal Heba shop bi abirem bia no nso ade a nsa ebeka yi products ni nyina ebi Alaska de don Oba Nyankopon inshira papa me fa kwenye so ase adofo nyina yi se me maame this is the first time we will that
okay
we free na Nyankopon pa October 9th and ye no asuafu mundu do amakwatwe bo so akobompa ye ne ye ben ho pa ti asante mamponsuta asuafu na ye no 9th October ebesi kwesi ada nti yesra wo ma se wo ntwamra Macedonia no momra meboy me das
right, just that's it. It was a 14 minutes into 3 PS live on the radio. I want on 92.3. Ahana Ghana, Kasasa na Ghana. So far done, Owuswasi Ama. Was it there?
Yebe kasa ni achibrofo team yaka na sabe ye nkura asesa no bi kabrofo akwedi wo ya dio e ku fa de ba afofra no who see na brofo ah brofo se no kabrofo ani ene Yebe kasa ni achibrofo team yaka na sabe ye nkura asesa no bi kabrofo akwedi wo ya dio e ku fa de ba afofra no who see na brofo brofo se no kabrofo ani ene
Which were really bad times where we all slept at the petrol station. So that's indication that, you really need to get up and talk about it, because we cannot, as a nation that deserves so much more, come to this level.
I'm working like a bull and I'm paying my taxes. The government got to work like a bull as well and make sure that my road is fixed, that I have electricity, that I have water. That is their job. It is not for me to tell the president how to fix the economy. If he didn't know how to fix the economy, why did he run for office?
Which were really bad times where we all slept at the petrol station. So that's indication that, you really need to get up and talk about it, because we cannot, as a nation that deserves so much more, come to this level.
I'm working like a bull and I'm paying my taxes. The government got to work like a bull as well and make sure that my road is fixed, that I have electricity, that I have water. That is their job. It is not for me to tell the president how to fix the economy. If he didn't know how to fix the economy, why did he run for office?
FM 92.3 FM Alafiariki.
I wish a 3:15 p.m. in the studios. Bernard Odrotechi, BOT they call him, or a certified economist and member of the NDC communication team. He's already seated. Sanso and Yawa Bernard and Nimpesie, or a national communication team member of the NDC and a senior communicator as well. And then some of that so no aye mienu and hum fiafia home. You read the 2021 Auditor General's reports and matters arising. After the aftermath of the President Central Regional Tour and matters arising. It is every memoir. After you have the NDC membership drive. It started in Ashanti region. Now in the Eastern region, they have about 2-3 days more to go. And Chibomadi so be joining live on Facebook, Ahucho FM official, Sanso, and Twitter at Ahucho 923 FM, Instagram at Ahucho _92.3 FM, YouTube Ahucho TV, Ahucho TV, Multi TV Digi was audio channel, so streaming live. I was so a Facebook digital channel via this so I will be searching in Ahucho 92.3 FM. Once again, Mami Frenchia. And from my affiliates across the country, that of Amanone, Erawan Radio and Television, and the UK phono, and the messages, say BOT, You are welcome. You are really our man. Obviously, Mbisa was here. We know what dimfi. Na okay, right. Inama no me de be ma.
92.3.
Right, 0303-402-862 and 0303-402-904 and 054182-5106. These are the lines I activated phone lines now. Yedi Ebedi Juma. But answer na ABC hair relaxer. Eye dura yedi ka yentim ama wo your bar utinyi ni tumi ya sochi ama ye kama. Abusia tinyi a awu aye kowe su de ananya papa. Bomodin na oba de wani onyam ni wutinyi uhuma bi tinyi obisa se enti weni ye ma nyankopon ka se mebo ma se mesuba ni meseso na se woma na bo mo ho oba de wutinyi ni na no na betumi aboa ma bibia so aye kama anu nti ABC hair relaxer eye dra ana se eyade de ka yentinyi mu a etumi bua ma wo hair no ana wutinyi no etumi relaxe amane ma so eye kama pa edi amount enti menya ma yenhwe dia ekoso ewo ho o see ABC hair relaxer is rich in organic olive oil or see strengthens your hair from root to tip and protect it from damage. ABC protects a relaxer that leaves your hair soften, nourish, smooth and shiny. Or see our cosmetic shops and supermarket across the country. Also feel good cause with ABC you'll be all they see. Bernardo do tachi akwaba.
Yeah, my last card done.
Na Ghana ni NDC for mo to say.
Yeah, ho ye pa. Yeah, ho ye sa ko masika no.
Mo ho ye
sa ko masika chop money.
Enjrem.
Ni school be ya ko masika.
Okay.
It is the king of the house.
Is the king of the house.
Chop money is the king of the house. Sikani be here ni be.
Okay.
Money be.
Right.
So it is the king and the queen of the house. Nti NDC ye ho ye sa ko masika no.
Mami correct way na ongwafo no send messages. Bernard Odrotachi or your certified economist. And on Nidia or the Abano certified economist. And Nidia and member of the NDC. Sure. Certified economy and member of the NDC.
Yeah, NDC ba.
NDC ba.
Chiniye ba. Yeah, chiniye ba.
Oye chiniye
ba.
Okay. And you're sunu ba.
Dabi. President Mahama ko say abanfun we.
Also
abanfun we. Only service me. Was almost sorry no am dey omo compare Kwame Nkrumah. O dey Mahama wo he ya abanfun we.
Right.
Aban mu kelewele.
Mami nye adwuma we mra. Right, on the line is Honorable Peter Kwesi Notchu Kotoi, a member of parliament for Akachi North constituency. I have him on the line, and let us digest that of the Auditor General's reports and its related issues. Honorable Peter Kwesi Notchu, you're welcome on Ahuta 92.3 FM.
Thank you very much.
How are you doing, sir?
Yes, how are you doing?
By the grace of God. And how is our constituency doing?
Oh, they are doing very well. Yeah.
And what about the membership drive and then the registration with regards to your preparation ahead of the internal elections?
Yeah, everything is going on well. We finished with the party registration. We finished with the branch reorganization, and everything is on course. Yeah.
Very well. Okay, for this, let us make it very brief for the sake of your time and that of my cherished listeners. Yeah. Honorable Peter Kwesi Notchu, you are the people's representative of Akachi North, and for that matter, you represent them.
Yes.
Who is an Auditor General and what does he do?
Oh, constitutionally, the Auditor General goes through the books and accounts.
Hello, sir.
Yes, I'm here. The Auditor General is appointed by the government or the president to go through the books and accounts of all the state institutions that are given the mandate to spend money on behalf of the nation. So in brief, he is in charge of government accounts.
Very well explanation. Now, going forward, let me ask this. Annually, we do share Auditor General's reports. Then that ends it. The following year, Auditor General's report, then that ends it. But if you read the Constitution and out of the core mandate of the Auditor General, it's not something like coming to tell Ghanaians that I have audited about 4 or 5 institutions and looking at the financial malfeasance, irregularities, misplaced priorities, and other stuff. He has a specific role to play with regards to mismanagement of public funds. Here we are. The president and that of the finance ministry is telling Ghanaians that we are broke to the extent that we need external help. And for that reason, we rather invited the IMF into the country to look into our books to see whether we can be given loan to sustain this economy. Little did we know that we have a lot of money here sitting in the pocket of people. What do we do?
You have spoken well. We have a lot of money sitting in the pockets of people. You say, what we need to do is to give the prosecutorial power to the Auditor General so that whoever is found capable of mismanaging any fund entrusted into his or her hand should be prosecuted. And then we make sure that the monies that are mismanaged are retrieved from such a spending officer. But as we have it now, the Auditor General does not have that power. If you go to the laws setting up Electricity Company of Ghana, they have the power to prosecute. Ghana Water, they have the power to prosecute. But Auditor General does not have that power. So do
the Auditor General have the power to set charge?
He has the power to set charge, but it must be backed by a court pronouncement. So once he cannot go to court to seek that pronouncement, it is difficult for the Auditor General to prosecute. So we are, as MPs, we are trying to see how best we can make sure that we amend the law so that the Auditor General is given the power to prosecute. Parliament, through the Public Accounts Committee, can only ask that the Auditor General or the Attorney General prosecutes the person. But we also don't have that power. We only recommend. But if it comes from Auditor General, I think it will be more effective. So that is the position some of us have taken as members of Parliament.
Honorable, just listen to this audio for me, because we learned Ace Ankuma and his pressure group, by the name Occupy Ghana, took the former president to court with regards to what we are confronting with today. So if today you are telling us he doesn't have that power and other thing, because per what I'm going to play, the Supreme Court or the court has given certain powers to the Auditor General to act with regards to his findings. So just keep calm and listen to this audio for me so that we'll wrap up that.
The thing says if they play the fool with our money, ask them to pay the money back. That's all they say. That's all the law says. If they play the fool with Ghana's money, ask them to bring the money back. This has been our constitution since 1992 for 25 years. We have never tried to implement it. There were attempts to do it. They were botched because they didn't follow the procedure. And so all the people have spent our money knowing that the worst case scenario might be an appearance on TV before a parliamentary subcommittee. You would apologize, probably made to pay a couple of pennies back. And that's the end of it. We haven't sent anybody to jail, which is a follow-on from it. They did have to take 5 justices of the Supreme Court to read what we had read and tell the Auditor General to do it. So we expect there's what I call input, but something happened. And I can never stop thanking a certain President Mahama for this. Not that we got any help from him. His ministers insulted us when we're having this Auditor General fight. But after he lost power, he made one appointment, a new Auditor General. Ghanaians were angry. Why is he appointing people when he's leaving office? And okay, for me, a new Auditor General was simply going to be an opponent because we're in court anyway. Yeah. But I started reading a little bit about him. And when he took office, he he asked for a meeting. I went to the meeting prepared to have a fight because we've been having this fight for a long time. My brother, have a seat. Then he asked me, why are we in court when we are on the same side? Because that completely disarmed me. He said, I agree with what you say we should do. Do you know what? And people of Ghana, listen to this. This man, and I don't give praise, but this man took our law, which I summarize as, if you play the fool with the money, we play the fool with you, right? He took that law, which we hadn't implemented for 25 years, took the same law to Zambia. People of Ghana, listen. Zambia passed it and has been implementing it. Ghana needed a civil society organization to spend hundreds of thousands of cedis to go to the Supreme Court for the Auditor General to implement it. But a Ghanaian had taken that law to another country who appreciated our law better than us.
Right. Honorable Peter Kwesi Nochu. Have you heard it now?
Yes, I've heard it.
Mm-hmm. So what do you make of this? Because in your earlier submission, you made mention that the Auditor General doesn't have that powers. But per this, it was taken to court, and the court has given that of the Auditor General the green light to go ahead with it. So if today you are telling us, so it's like we are in a state of dilemma.
Yeah, but you know, I hope you remember the outcome of that court ruling. You remember that when he said he took, I think, the Minister for National Security or so to court. You remember the outcome?
Very well.
Yes, that is the outcome. So it is not written black and white in the law. So we want to make it black and white in the law for him to operate. Do you see?
Okay.
So he has a legal backing that the Act so states that in view of the Constitution's recommendation or provisions of the Constitution, this Act is enacted to give the powers of prosecution to the Auditor General. The case ended.
And it's whose duty to make sure that that law is amended? Whose duty?
Oh, now it is the Attorney General who should bring the amendment bill to Parliament.
Oh, very well.
Yes. Yeah.
So now, yearly, every year, this is it is something like what shall I say? It's a yearly ritual.
Yes.
So now, what do we do as a nation?
Oh, the thing is that, as I said, the best thing is to make people who flout the law, who spend money without authorization, should be penalized, and then we retrieve such amounts of money from them, and then prosecute them. That is the way forward. So the law must be given effect to allow or support the Auditor General to prosecute people. That is the only way forward, because the amount of money this year or last year, 2021, if we have that money, we don't need to go to IMF. Yes. So it's a very serious issue, and then somebody must start the process somewhere so that we can all support.
Honorable, before we take leave of you, let me ask you this. Per the Auditor General's reports, are we broke as a nation?
Well, if that money had not been misappropriated or misapplied, we will not be broke as we are now, because the situation is very terrible. Ghana is, the economy is on the verge of collapse. Seriously. Yeah.
Very well. Honorable Peter Kwesi Nochu, I think I've got the name right.
You have done very well. That is, you are correct. 100%. I need to buy some goods for you.
Honorable, we are very much grateful for your time with us this afternoon.
Yeah, thank you too. Yeah.
Right. I wish I have fast 3 p.m. still live on the radio. I want to 92.3. And Ghana, Kasana Ghana, Honorable Peter Kwesi Nochu Kotoi. I'm not sure Begrani the man addition was catching enough. Also, become brofo. No, and check your Christ off for say brofo say ya. As you the mama sa. Mima okay, beauty na wano that's also ya chinieba.
I'm ya chinieba. And in soon to mean Canada.
All right.
Chinieba. Until the Ecoso Eastern region, so I've been monitoring.
Okay.
But Alaska, I'm more weak to one son and Sadia matter. So, maybe friend people never NDC.
Okay.
Now, there is one photo of the Bama NDC neighbor Bunubia. NDC MPP near Papa now, ya what you say, or no, Eshe Danyachi, Mau, Adodode, in the name of keeping you and Rachel, obey supposed to one day. Let me repeat on your show.
Repeat it again.
My friend PP in the band is, and there is a grand strategy in the MPP to, in the near future, collapse some bright young people in the NDC. I repeat, and as my make a voice in Toho 5, 10, 15 years about maka say me be kan wa hoto FM because you see say we a brighter young person in NDC now, you are the future of the party.
Exactly.
In the near future no, they are afraid not of Chamofuswampofo or if it's a free young in the future. They are afraid of the young brains in the NDC now. Osafuma from fa Ofuswampofo who be.
That's right.
You see, so it is the tadpole that developed into a frog. Into the AC Kumasno Adia, he did not so too.
That's right.
And Obia vetting again to the late former General Secretary of the NDC, Joshua Aye. He was a bright brain in politics. Who would have still team there?
Very well.
A bribe of less than 50,000 Ghana. Was it $3,000 or so?
Sure.
And it killed his career. One sorry bill. And you see, in politics, say the two so say what could you see? Why you say ya? Unya time you no. You could be innocent, you could be guilty, you could be neutral. But when you're careful, time be draw a bit me you one no would say. Akwabi na court. Ena odife mu obi. Ena judge ne catch and so titi pepe bebre man so mfa nkofu tipa truck. Na truck na air kono. The more na truck ni move on spread it torn papers no. Ena judge ne catch and say car ni kodru bia from her to maybe Tema community 22 sign down we chibra na pick papers out to go ye ni nyina. Enti o sha se feel la shi bia hoto FM. Ena car ni the speed who inti car ni ko nyina na spread the papers no. Eno mu kodu Tema community 2. Eno dan ni so ba be sesa ni papers. Oba no otumi nya mu 1/3 pe ene ba court ho. Nti judge ne ka che ne se nipa bia de beto so no. Online wani clear ho no. Na mu 2/3 se ko.
That's right.
Okay, so the afutu amede ma NDC mabu ne say aka Tony Brownie adu Jubilee House. Ye ka na nka say de ko Jubilee House no. Esi Flagstaff House ne aka fu na aka. NDC vehicle na de ko Jubilee House no. Ka na nkasa park Jubilee House nenim. De hia ni fuel keke de begu ka no. Nze wanye careful. There are some in the NDC they might not join us to Jubilee House.
Okay.
Ye bedi akonwa no ye bebose. But one way ya ye gusu a ye bose no. Wa kra no wura Flagstaff House akọcha mahama na petting penny for. You be guilty in your conscience. And my this idea say the young people want to destroy the young people in the NDC through monetization. Enti ene wani bedi BBC ani amos ka nkoka we ka we. You might think they are building for you houses, buying you cars, but to end up destroying your future. President Kufuor can say you say abuo na ma akukọ nya aduane di.
That's right.
Basa abuo kro na so de gu hoku akukọ. I repeat, abuo na akukọ feed on. But abuo kro na akukọ edime etena wiase no. O pa akukọ ache na kuna. Wodi abuo na chi akukọ kuno. Enti tumi na ye pe no. E ya futu we ya enene last American bi wo ha bio. Every young person in the NDC money na ho. And in fact the NDC seem to have more brighter young people than the MPP. Intelligent young people than the MPP because omo de no omo ye ni queue. Enti brilliant young person be a sorry piano ya bo apampam.
Okay.
Enti that kind of enthusiasm no e free MPP no rather no NDC are broad in scope no. Enti obi bia na your hard work and intelligence no. When you join the NDC, it creates a natural space for you. And no MPP for no one. And they have a plan to destroy some of the young people in the NDC. Now, young careful. And now, Beji Sika, now Beji Sika, only on Bebo Gate, assemble by a bed forward, then you Kokawe. Da, or many bed breno. The Omono Waya no Kukuamunino. Release it to the public. Lastly, NCN. At the gadget dia ba a monitor will be our course.
Okay.
Obia. And she said, we are NDC no Phyllis or your threat to them one. I did be and they have a gadget that record our conversation. And so honor audio be PR. It might not even come from NDC for because already they have your number.
Exactly.
So what question car registration me boy. Into number be our NDC near you so no. They have it in their database. Enchadibia and Komobia would they monitor it. As and when they choose to release a certain audio to the public, then when they do. From now to see a better banner, let us tread cautiously.
Right, live on the radio on 92.3. Aha, and again, Kasanso, and again, BOT. This takes us to 13 minutes to the top of the hour. BOT, as I say, Council of State. Bernard and Imprezi.
Yeah.
And this a man who need to form what is saying.
Oh, Nango Madam. You are holding it. Me, I bet me, I am a bedanyamiasi.
The amoeba to me, I no.
You say bedanyamiasi. The before for being no bit me. Okay, they were dispensation. I owe Muna. At the now surround of a crana. As some as a Okokan radio, so crime. One Casacra can afno. I have some from because if you can since 2017. As a crona, I can acquire Boga for a foot I did my Ghana for. Yes, started to cry somewhere 2015 because now what they did Dr. Nkrumah Osajefo Obekaya.
That's right.
Some of Kafano. The Mamoto or yeah in some of Kafao. Akoso mo hydro electrification dam or yeah in some of Kafano. Tema Township in some of Kafano. What can I do here? If one moment was so only one in Nkrumah ko Nakrana. It was started the deep President Mahapan is Krofi. When I said it, no one to down with Dubai, and no one could say, if I could see in some Kasiakas. And then in a baby, say, and couldn't put in a brabasam. And tea, Bisa Marquans to summer. A crab mechanism that was so from the member, and I'm so much a majing. Na Memphakon, yes, soon cheer. A cheerful, we shares in region NDC, NDC National Executive, Michia, Chairman of example. I am a can see me say near Oyen Mepe.
Dear Chairman for Swamp of we know.
Mepe, any manager.
Okay.
Mepe pa auntie say, well, Bonnetum post or better say you my panel yenesu there. And then now me declare me support the man.
Hey,
he can rely on me.
Who declare support and
yeah. Because now I hear a become what's there? Syria collection. He be a very intelligent. One guy be free. Recount achievements.
That's right.
Nema from a friend and for example for buy 1 year. I was like, wow. So that guy no I am a penny ding. Our very solid institutional memory.
That's right.
Recount. That guy,
I would file when
he's solid. He's solid. The way on my ne points no. Now what you say? We're compiling them.
That's right.
And I'll encourage all of them to do that. Ebe buama ejumano yang museye ba ebe emro amayin. Yegusu bongo krei. Ya na yang institutional memory na ba from kakra. Okaka ye bia ya na eboa. Na mame mfa konye susu nchia na ese regional women organizer.
Okay.
But yes, now manipulated happy birthday the bad man.
And right birthday.
You really and na so mame mfa man on count the count na wish no belated happy birthday. Me on fan chem say mentimi am friend. Me edu me this no friend me. She called me.
Right.
Me so me man no official pa. Na me nchia tutu NDC. Word or the query ni ejuma wodi no we hear abasobode kese pa. Was a matter of hampering actually that.
That's right.
So yeah, 2020 I was starting meeting every Sunday ko when tremoda nsuto area bo with them about the sick campaign for never so no about the Osayotu about the Kennedy what na anko bi akra na obo Papa K Papa Ken Tunde I'm say Juma would do holiday SMRE I bet me nyana ya pa baso body kesi bi dia ba.
That's right.
Na minim say Nyankopon adom ti 2024 election no Nyankopon be crown no ejuma won aye nyina with a victory for the NDC.
Right. Bernard and impressie and a wooten can I was a Samra Cassima Dunkron, not no nine, but yes, Jumedian. I say, my main call
Quans. Mini Penny Bernard, I raise a very topical issue.
Okay.
Or say the chairman of Sampo for your energy. Na ono we declare support.
Eddie Amano.
Me declare support to me ambassador for no contribution, no chop.
Oh, yeah, ambassador for no contribution.
And it's our policy, no. Me ambassador.
Okay, what shall I say that?
To be a woman, mammy launching or hand. Seven at the Canada. It will be a war each of the 16 regions in Ghana. Opeso can be a better patent right in free.
Opeso
can be a
no contribution, no
chopper. Chairman Kasakura can free me a so Opeso can be with TV so pay on frame answer.
Okay.
Now me register and to because him and you're very motivational. Very motivational. You see, Chamo for some for the DB NDC by a young who ye. First, no, yeah, oh. NDC we near bar and or more deep pet in the bapa and few beer near Kofo bitty baby crow a teacher near a lawyer near Chamu for some for say there will be a paradigm shift. NCNC, no contribution, no chop. Intermediate mean declare support. Now me ambassador for that a policy initiative for no into NDC ni now Savelugu or Savannah or Bunu East or Ashanti. But be a will be a person can be pet who be OT.
Right. Some
and son what to me I can be.
So we'll catch them for swamp for the idea tear in the voice, your mammy.
A bar said, you're a coffee pot of a Nigerian said, oh, you know, for chairmanship bill. Intimacy can say. In fact, even in 2016, on Convoke as a car, then call for chairmanship. I have a lot of respect for him. I don't see how I can go and contest him. You know, Metna vice chairman now, you know, they are poor. To end up this on contesting a year 2018. Me, I'm a con who feel them catching a circle. A dog. Me, say, me, Kuja, number 12, you punish. And also, I say, on Conti. Only my Juma, my auntie, Ushrami, Cosacose. And I'm the call 20 mammy, overwhelmingly. One bay chairman. The chairman also made the teamwork. I don't ascribe the success of NDC to myself, but at least as the chairman and leader of the party, say like I say when the fish got rotten, I provided the necessary leadership. Emma, your flag bearership election. You crown a been see that, but through my intervention, you say, Uncle Oma Molusunin now, you can't feed no Munkokasa. Na your mom shedding. Election, the Okokujina. No matter how no lose were adding into the Kaiser, may this are suggesting to General Secretary and say, it's a good idea. Yes, party, call Professor Joshua Labi. Quite a say election there, or lose day, but you know, come with me in your one. We are a quantity under homobia, which may play a role. The course, Western Wednesday. You call a Eurogusitano, a fee, you call Sugabra office, and then you couldn't call for Kushia, you call Honorable Bagby, a Honum, and all of them say, oh, initiative here, I'm going to take it there. They did say, the Papa one, all of us will come on board. It is no surprise to say the campaign manager for 2020 election was Professor Joshua Labi, who was a contestant against President John Dramani. It shows the teamwork, unity, and the person of the year. It is someone who said this perform very well. It is as a result of synergy. Economic job creation near there, Spugabra, chairman of the Business Development Committee and Communication.
Money Ahuto FM 92.3 FM. Alafiarike.
Yes, and Alaska won't say so. The narrative now or a reconciliatory leader. Leader on Phyllis will be dividing Nipa.
Okay.
And after every competition is cooperation. In political governance, after every competition, you promote cooperation.
Exactly.
And it's all here now. Say after Sir John Dramani Mahama defeated those people, no, we have one NDC. Sanet here there, let us call for all hands on deck approach. Until he brought everybody to the table. But going into 2024, no see there be or the Nyaman you know now ambassador. But NCNC and one lawyer per one constituency.
That's right.
The very time I take that initiative, I first said no. Chamofuson Pofo is not too charismatic that people might think he should be. But he's building a new NDC. And then a pro forum. Mamimo Ambassador Simpieso Labaso. Okay, they will build the pro forum. I'm yet to see the equivalence of pro forum in any other party in Africa, not only in Ghana. Open for a clerk's case study of political parties in Africa. None and the pro forum apart from NDC. Under whose tenure? Ofuson Pofo through Simpieso. And you see, he building a new NDC better than one. Among four benefit MPP about NDC. There's Simpieso and the wife who and me could be about one. Abro mo tia no na me hu say hey NDC wo mema yanka ho adachi nkobunu what you must say enti media me ambassador for no contribution no chop and one lawyer per one constituency.
Okay,
and the chamofo so tie ma wie ya sa post no mo fa ma bia so nim na onim and you know what you appointment madam ambassador for NCNC well because you see Emma mahoto so said ye no dachi benyu obi obekaye.
That's right,
because you see ye wo fufu ni amod ni wo wadura say ye cha ye ma obi so akuba bi ni ye wo fufu ni ye cha aduan na ye request for chance and you hear na chance no di ni ma honka ho but chairman assure ye say wo bomu na be kire wado 92 na ye no obi anfa ne nsam betumbi. Wo bet mobilization go to the ground. Wo sika iskafabo a. Wo hu ya de bompaye. Wo susu a wodwin se wonim ball botwe akra. Ye nyina ye wia ye one bigger pool. And the former President Mahama making statement be say the next government he will run with the lean government and the most austere government ever. And in my candid view, there will be a new NDC.
right. Live on the radio, I want on 92.3, 12 minutes to the top of the 4 p.m. Mami Fawinsha Siaprako, Bernard Odrotechi, the Auditor General's report on matters arising 2021. Yonko. Okay.
Honorable for example, NDC National Chairman. Over kind of fear wedding.
What's in my kind of
fear wedding praying?
Me bajo kawasem.
Me bese ye link it to timer or the start here NDC. Na ma say ebia na or buying this and so by one firstborn. And now say one and so by NDC. Ubetimi assess the number of years I already was assessing, the number of years I was spent under NDC.
What raise the issue? How?
That's very topical. Yeah. When you say so among for the another talk about mo say media de back home. What created disability desk in NDC first of its kind in Africa.
Disability desk.
The whole Africa NDC pet and a political party at a national desk for be a sebi yeah you did them. For some of the criteria. Where you're non-contestable or contestable BT. If you the court Abrabo Mukrana will be lose case me.
What's it?
Non-contestable. What the court Abrabo judges crana will be lose case no. And the disability there's honorable Dan Stephen on the year coordinator for Ashanti region.
And so it's like a question was saying.
I was sending you say Osampo also building the disability front in the party. See, I know they are sending me.
Right.
So you see how it is going. People are pouring out the legacy. And the disability form is with the mark. All
right. So I know check here, mommy. Na beyond pro forum.
Yeah.
On the NDC lawyers a call in Shiamubi.
That's
last week or
that's
the last 2 weeks. Exactly. When lawyer Prenka.
That's right.
Former deputy
Attorney General.
Yeah. And I was like, really? That is about Shimono party NDC, MPP party. One man so sad in Honda cry. It tells me the reorganization of NDC and the directional and paying fully. That's what the party call. Well, you're about at the right time.
Right. I want on 92.3. Aha, and again, I guess I should again. So I think as
Auditor General. But you see, if you are for Auditor General time, already in that time that. But you see, these things now you can. It is painting a picture to be a owning NDC to see the NDC. The Auditor General Yes, you see, let's admit it.
Grown up.
Maybe Obia, a two born at the age of 15, I did them.
Okay.
And she said, Minya Penimbi or Bedino more did them statistically. Okay, reported Chesa Ghana no 12.5% or more did them.
Okay.
Ghana South Service report, Yaman American. And to say, national chairman beer. What green or more than before one. It made them this automatically attractive to that constituency.
Okay.
And you see, a Kotua Bani the NPP and the CPPC piano. Now, this 12.5% population, no, you can choose among the three. Automatically, NDC become the choice. And who's brain child? Or for some powerful. And the media made them. And now run away from it. There were also a big class of the Otimians and already them on him. Abonia number one. What you say? Then you know, none and some wow. What me no sound no a picture. Abonya Kahubi. And you see, you can realize, say, getting such a leader, I will see a tap into the organizational skill. Look, 21st century for Buga when you're 21st century for Buga and you to me. Because on the national security, on the create to me a second. But rather, you need a certain organizational taxes beer. Because we don't have any boss will be the MPP move. Only disability desk, only pro forum, only lawyers organization. And it's a building a new front to be a better than one. So we NDC where it will have no competitor in Ghana. And a big nyan so say nipa or churning out that brain child no. I was here celebrating now. It is a crema or cotton baby na that you call retirement of fame better now. No, let us celebrate him now. So the man for the who say yes, see opitri pini or patre pass di omon se honam.
Right. I wish I can see my song na chese na evats abrochire for no send messages say na ase when you be kan ni nyina so adi amount atabam phone ni nkrofo from UK na chese omu bisa say so munim sade nyina fa doctor for some for ho na sane amafo ye niam sa na but as you send niam akuna I don't know. Okay. Right.
Bernard Kai, that's the main core value of NDC. Probity, accountability, and social justice.
Okay.
You don't discriminate. As I say, you create opportunity ma obibia or Ghana. We is cannibal. We are here nibo. What the golden spoon feed you. What the silver spoon feed you. We did you wasankamu. What the concrete to netafrid. As I say, you create opportunity for everybody. And that should be the yardstick. I bet me their measure will be how will perform under the umbrella.
Straightforward. Right.
You understand?
Perfectly.
Okay.
No, abrochire for no bisa say. Adentina ye nimu niama we na tobo niama boy mu baba eboma na bone de.
Okay.
And when you say lawyer for enyomo annual conference. Pro forum ewo disability so nie.
Okay.
And to me ne ba de wadi dem nim ewo disability desk ase.
Okay, only baby okope ni tumi ni be free.
And who created them? Ofo so ampofo. And to you so de wa create na wa kan ya bo ho dero. This is a simplicity. You see, it is not about buga, it's not about noise making. It's about tactical display. Okay. I'm here Barcelona fan about tiki taka.
Okay, Sembi, me papa bu baby say, asini se wanya abua untumi nkuma abua.
Surely.
And abane kita national security. Okita bibia.
Fantastic.
And ope abane kuna. Okotuo.
Okola oya ne they are monitoring the call.
And wanya abua untumi nkuma abua.
Alaska mamen chawa. Unim the man MPP tigu conference to seat ni bi no. Abraham this share say press conference announce yajiwe no. And then who said Dabi John Boadu be press conference ka say NDC are winning parliament.
Exactly.
So be ka say audio no pa na. E ho no who say oh NDC here press conference say omo 144 140 days and ye nti soldier for nwum. Edru maybe na ka wanu tum bebre tum be ye ohene. Enti na Bible ba David Ekuku Goliath assault ne to atuano oko achichichi for 18 solid years. The next election na ye kono we need more tactical leaders than buga leaders. That is my bone of contention because as of today they control national screen phone calls cry ye no They are controlling it.
Right. So what can Jumbo do there? A higher house of records.
Right.
And to be bought, sir, tape no. Now what?
It is true in 2020. Yes, we won the presidential, but we lost the great majority of our parliamentary seats. One thing that
it took a while.
Editing.
Editing in the record, no. And this we need parliamentary.
That's right. I have the unedited one.
Good. And this
show we
good. And you see 2024 banner year cotton and this in we need more strategic tactical thinkers. Because now year can say phone call crowd they have record of it.
And so why Ghana can munya re-registration?
Exactly. And this is what we say. We need much more tactical leaders who will churn out winning machinery than buga machinery.
May I say, we are about to the substantive issue. Mama Brochi for me take part in that because do you think sir? I think that some of us of factor no omope. But I think thank you very much. So now job training see and country was say. Oyanko da no da na enei say ya pedwumakuo bi etume create adwuma na manonefo enye bi abaye a na yesiveness o se yanka nti se momra makachi no mebua o kwa ya fa so ye nwa ta fa so ye nam ye mre asanso ye di kwadu ye brodo kwadu ye ice cream afa so flash ya na ahye shampoo ni ne keka ho nyina ye be kire o I see to have 250 Ghana praise quantity 2.5 million 17th September 2022 Adanta barrier and cost was see ye ni nyina ye ma abodin krata chese wo sue djuma pa frana message na ginjiro 055 555 9464 and 055 555 9465 but I don't know taxi mami fa won sha na before then no my bote pi abo but mesan bobiom es ankoma yenim ne gina bia ne djuma dia odi e was in opposition also wa bo John Dramani Mahama abaso when it comes to auditor general in the report ne hu sensem yenti ye no na fe ye 2021 auditor general's report na nko ye ti say yen use omo voice na ye fa make your point na mami fa nchi afama es ankoma so na so wo Ghana dia auditor general report number.
The thing says if they play the fool with our money, ask them to pay the money back. That's all they say. That's all the law says. If they play the fool with Ghana's money, ask them to bring the money back. This has been our constitution since 1992 for 25 years. We have never tried to implement it. There were attempts to do it. They were botched because they didn't follow the procedure. And so all the people have spent our money knowing that the worst case scenario might be an appearance on TV before a parliamentary subcommittee. You would apologize, probably made to pay a couple of pennies back. And that's the end of it. We haven't sent anybody to jail, which is a follow-on from it. They did have to take 5 justices of the Supreme Court to read what we had read and tell the Auditor General to do it. So we expect there's what I call input, but something happened. And I can never stop thanking a certain President Mahama for this. Not that we got any help from him. His ministers insulted us when we're having this Auditor General fight. But after he lost power, he made one appointment, a new Auditor General. Ghanaians were angry. Why is he appointing people when he's leaving office? And okay, for me, a new Auditor General was simply going to be an opponent because we were in court anyway. Yeah. But I started reading a little bit about him. And when he took office, he asked for a meeting. I went to the meeting prepared to have a fight because we've been having this fight for a long time. My brother, have a seat. And he asked me, why are we in court when we're on the same side? Because that completely disarmed me. He said, I agree with what you say we should do. Do you know what? And people have Ghana listen to this man. And I don't give praise, but this man took our law, which I summarize as if you play the fool with the money, we play the fool with you. Right? He took that law, which we hadn't implemented for 25 years, took the same law to Zambia. People of Ghana, listen, Zambia passed it and has been implementing it.
Right. And BOT, I say I cannot stop thanking a certain Mahama. Say utimi yes, Yanko.
Okay. Alaska mesana chair TFO na machia NDC my wo wiase afana nyina.
Obi say better Odotachi menka o say NDC na first political party am appoint a blind person as a minister.
And terms of social intervention. Dr. Dana.
That's right.
Thank you. And he said, offer the People's Manifesto now.
Okay.
Now I'm going page 108.
Page 108. If I drop your Facebook.
Or the People's Manifesto. And it talks about good governance, anti-corruption, and accountability.
Okay.
One approach senka Ghana for ye Mahama Dom and Ankoso be see the Operation Stink.
Okay.
Akufo-Addo rather in 2016 chose a nice principle. That was name, shame, and jail.
That's right.
So Mahama who said that be akwana beda da Ghana for. Why a fracadam? But senka Ghana for Broma NDC by power biwa from page 108 to 1110 of the NDC manifesto, the People's Manifesto, no. The intention was to build stronger institutions. And of course, from level appointment confirmed said JDM was ready to fight corruption. Under the Fourth Republic, yenya mampani bia na appointee or may jelino other than Mahama Abuga Pili.
Okay.
Check the record. Ono na appointee no. So far President Kufoni Issa Mobila ono mo fani for CPP.
Okay.
And it was like he was not part of them. NDC Kwana political traditional. Say you appoint to crowd from outsider, they will uphold you. MPP foul, now you're outsider, they will finally bring you down. Dr. Parker Sindu. You Helen one MPP more public sector reform minister, energy minister, and all your career.
And all your
career. Omo na man will be.
And Jumara to Kara.
From a Jumara to Kara. They held Parker Sindu Mandakofo. But when Mahama Nanadu came, they brought him down from 0 to 0. And now you can say, you see, Mahama, NDC, Nanya, Kupasi, said defeat about 2020 and 2016. I have no single regret saying this lose to 2020 because a Ghana of the difference between water and wine. And then, Saudi Mahama, Jinani, Akasa, and Retina. Now they could for the Jinawa. Under the Fourth Republic, you know. Akufo-Addo nanya all-time low rating in governance. All-time low rating. Akufo-Addo amamu. And the biggest focus a fight on corruption. In the South Akufo-Addo amamu obua president job approval.
That's right.
Where a global info analytics research document. Now Saubaha, they are talking about the president job approval. Under this approval rate, no, and now you can say no. So for Akufo-Addo approval, as of July, so we Ghana for nipa 100 biana, emu 23 penny Akufo-Addo ya de papa.
Emu 23
pe. Na emu 72 si omu disapprove no.
Kasa omon
homoding. Where your global info analytics research document. Mamemfa unko Afrobarometer report. On Afrobarometer report, you're hoping 85%. Page 13 of the Afrobarometer report.
I will surprise we just like the page.
Or say 85% of Ghana for say or you're fairly bad.
Enkoye.
And the global info analytics man 72 disapproval. Afrobarometer ye an enhanced version of this because we operate in 39 countries.
Okay.
Global info analytics ye Ghana nkwa. And the Ghana then they could see they could massage figures. But the global one yet we are seeing Tuma, the call baby I say and we for barometer no. And Akufo-Addo 85% disapproval rate. And say about fight against corruption or your West. Afrobarometer fight nankasa no. Mamemfa unko page 47 of the same document.
92.3.
Page 47 on the fight on corruption. And you will appreciate it say Agbanwe nankasa ne yakasa etikana fa. Who is corrupt? Where Afrobarometer report page 36.
Okay.
Who is corrupt? Office of Presidency at the number 2. Police at number 1. Members of Parliament at 3. Judges and magistrates at number 4. Now there is something in stratified woman. Now I trust in institutions. They were talking about say institution ben at they chose Ghana Armed Forces to be number 1. Say soldier maybe project to Ghana. Majority of Ghana for Bedinachi and Akufo-Addo. And to trust in institutions, you know, a Ghana Armed Forces topping number 1.
Okay.
Religious leaders number 2. Traditional leaders number 3. Court number 4. Electoral Commission number 5. Presidency eto 6.
Oh,
Yes, we have a barometer report.
That's right.
So you can see clearly, say, Gideon man for the son like Koto Obama Kufuadono is gone. And nothing of person did buga fast to hold on to power. So one as one issue need the abonye and a plan work.
Oh, I said it.
What you carry today?
That's
right. How do meet in Aliza Hotel and they were rich. Uko Metro TV. They had a meeting that about 5-6 days ago. The thinking was that so for the third general report now, a very incriminating.
Exactly.
I will urge Obibia say, Uncle for the third general report from 2009 to 2016. There was nowhere. Even Sika say Mahama ya corrupt no about 1 billion Ghana cedi. So Obi Rene no cry me masho resubiu. I repeat on this show, under Mills and Mahama. So for the third general report on annual basis, trend analysis, there was no year. I make us a wastage of money no about 1 billion. Buakufuado. Obo incremental charges 12.8, 5 billion, 17.4. And in look at see say Akufuado amamu no mu say Mahama nim krono bo. Obi say me honest opinion. I see say Akufuado say Mahama nim krono bo. Asa de odi dwan na mamu bi akaka ye no. On to me onisi nto mu say Mahama nkasa onisi. Enti onfi ho no mo mawe nam no. Mi bi sawo chira mi krono bo ba ko entimi nkata Mahama the PDS. So for PDS nko a so wodi manya japade. Na company na form company no. Company na absent be the man sika no de tuaman no ka. Enyansa ko no. Enti you see so we NDC ni a e was so hold your head up. Hwe me say sanka NDC na wa ban mu. And all the general report we ya bagana ka Ghana beda na butu. Me see nkom be ye megaphone e dey sisi car so no mo dey preach.
So are you expecting the NDC to do same?
We have our strategy.
That's right. Continue.
Yeah, so the strategy of the NDC could not be too noisy, but could be undercurrent. You see, so for the technical report, now they're for the case by case, for infraction, for cash irregularity, for loans, a bond, a more time. And now you can say, well, what we call credit assay. Now a mile wide, don't want to ship by so. Look, the year 2020, me as a parliamentary candidate in Sunyana West. Me kwa krokitwa me kwa kuta akrum. Anantwie ni any person so ha. Kwa kuta akrum onsu atre.
Na wotie din we
ha. Krono kom woni pe hom e ko 300. Eye kura na hihye mu pocket of Hamlet. Na nsu omo no. Anantwie da no mfa ko na nipa besa akọ no asi ho na de echi omanom. Such a community less than 10,000 Ghana cedi etimi to go ho. And to say we NDC, say every day is a campaign day. A communal labor. And you see, am I near Mra or my man wait to Canada? You see, Alaska. So far, the Japadia documenta. It shows how they wanted to monetize the country and control the country. Ghana for Pesika. Ghana for ye Pesika papa.
That's right.
But the omo ye mansa koko ni konzo meto area koko.
Okay.
Pake me car. Na me nesa bigger producer for Radio Go. Me no na am so. Yen shedan koko ni mi so madwe wo mu tim for abato. Nti e pake ka na ekotena omo bench ye di nkomo. Na bi so omo se na aba ye ba betui se mo koto se o. Se mamu no de Akufo na abon ba onya de mo e.
O se
Akufo na abon ba onya de mo e. Ba onya de ni made pa. Me see no minister bigger producer for Radio Go Pampa show.
That's right.
I was shocked. That is the same part. No the akosu Ghana nyina no until say dogo bi no abeo. Or the general report aba sika ayira excavator etuko PDS nsensem no say nipa no senne ye koto aba na ye man 10 cedi for lorry fare. Alaska obegia to obetia NDC. Enti aba we na ye koto no se ya dwen se the NCC ni be ma ye din kunima. I totally disagree. Me tin say na wo lawyer Evans ni audio bi.
That's right.
And I was so much impressed. Enra the me hu no wo radio go kwa baby or for saying latabi okoshe then who latabi okoshe no am kire me say the ACC Ghana no obi nti kra say auditor general report aba.
That's right.
And all who say no kwa be affect no because you see and now you can say no Ghana buy at the intensive care unit echo IMF or kwa corporate $3 billion from 2017 to date sika ira 4 months ato a little over 50 billion obi a oton koko ton many campaign catch them say na nado na bomba nya de moye. So such a person no say me ye kwa koto aba I can confidently say obeto aba MPP. So that should tell us in the end this say any your fan say ya winning ye and no me see dem who latabi o kwa chire me say NDC fue ya winning ye but bibi see you see yes sebi say o same from ofia o de kwa bonten
o say
o tafia atadua so
okay
this all same from ofia too much o de kwa bonten and this no one media I love the party within the short time so much say and this dream I know what they share you see Mahama and Mills created heritage fund and people's created heritage debts what say
again
Mills and Mahama created heritage fund. They are creating heritage debts. They are creating debts.
That's right.
And the same man no omufuswa ebede nebutu same man no be say na no ada ye see Asha one. Gabriel Chidakun the lawyer ebe tweet say we are green so omuntimi fight galamsey no 2024 do a to abetia omo.
That's right.
Certain impunity. And you see omadu pempenso bia omuhuru say they can win 2024 at all cost. That is how I see it. Because you see, power should humble you. Power. Because the power comes from the people. Upon all the brilliant ideas of what NDC team know, and there is a players. And you to me for now amount to me. How can you implement or here? So from manifesto we are home. Manyamre, I review manifesto from 11 countries in Africa. I have never come across manifesto as practical as this manifesto. Easy to implement. Now you see, something will happen after 2024. And the best thing say, and this will create a new government to be our I'm sure you be there consider a role is be there Ghana. We will live longer.
All right.
We will live because JDMC will create a lean government. He will care for the masses. This time round, no, yeah, my baby, my improve to demand cademo. Yeah, may agree look. From the one I about history, my year to me, no, yeah, shall say preaching yama ye. Yeah, man, could this sector minister be hot? And I can tell you, most of the near position, some of the sector ministers. Because you see, so about digitalization, and near His Excellency Mahamani NDC here, you know, MPP near 50%. 92.3. Accra Digital Center, Chebe one facility, MPP here, Beno. Fiber optic cable network, NDC made it. And then, so we crowd phone. Now we have 4G, 3G. Udi aside ma fama Mahama any NDC. But these things, you know, Ghana phone
FM 92.3.
So baba who efe. Na wa mfana nkwa ware pa be ma phone ebe ware no. So baba who efe no wa mfana nkwa ware pa be ma phone ebe no kan semfo a kire wo.
And
the argument is that the next NDC government, no, yankoye green book from the one here about the room.
Right.
I was see a matimum for who say bam punto ni Ghana for who da NDC or never.
But I say Bernard Odrotachi or BOT they call him certified just no the portfolio no do so and my certified economist and a member of the NDC, and I would think this takes us to 16 minutes into 4 p.m. live on the radio. I want on 92.3. Midin Emmanuel Kwesi from Alaska, they done the commander with a commanding voice. Okay, Tia Liar Evans, ne 70 Bioka, we hear reference, nothing being called Bernard and Simpieso.
I don't know. Sagana for the hopper. I am not this for. Ya court more. Ya court. If it's in district court get up Ghana. If it's in district court. If it's a court, no, a court couldn't Ghana. I Supreme Court, no. And I was sending call from Juan or Domako. It's there. The last appointment, and I'm me am stream. I any baby, I know we are lawyers. Me know what to come and kind. I get to hear our politics. I get to hear our politics. We have for me, do more. I'm going to say this in here. And nay, Nanado, I'll be on my High Court and the Court of Appeal. Be able to I want to who say breaking the age in the Papa Nania Day. It is a one wood here. Now I say breaking the age. No, dear Gray, careful because 2024, you got 12. Now, police DB, agent of police station, I see a trophy. Yeah, limited registration. Now, and this DB, ABB. Now, I really know be the proud our police center. Oko court to a court to the parish. But the way you don't quite what do you want to be OBB? I don't know 2024 elections. And yet, I be wired I was saying, you should one more day. And you want more about you. And you want more to be your trouble. And you want more. You don't go to the way I'm the goose and Pono Tafano. I was here to one. To me, who come here day at the woman. The pulling against every year, woman. You have a pulling against a woman, you have bread. You have bread as I get to say about you. Woman from branch as I get to say. One year bread. You have a constitution as I get to say. 1 year bread. You have a regional as I get to say. 1 year. I want to say on the
Right, Bernard and Impresi, my main files will take on that. Yanko, 2020 Auditor General's report and matters arising. Yanko,
Alaska, my men now Sibio. Na men saying chair, etiefo, near her for him. Abefo, quantum points. Na me mammy, Bernard and Saiko. So why a Jumanic Fakesina? Ti medical crabina ever be PH. Alaska, Professor Simon was a leadership discourse.
That's right.
All other things are effects. Leadership need to say do is you. And near my Kenyan I ba ebeso. It is a duany a dua pa ebeso abapa. But a duany a dua bonia eso ababoni. Auditor General's report, then Neka. Nse meka ye sika ye de ma ban me. Tise na ochim.
That's right.
Na mamimfa kwenya zunchia lawyer Ivan Sabankwa. It is all bonene.
That's right.
Yes, lawyer fair taste.
Lawyer
fair taste.
Okay.
No na me hu na che. Na President Mahama Abreso no or describe corruption. Say or no say a mass murder.
Mass murder.
Exactly. Because at Zania, well, do any pabi brea no. Nasa bi we treasure to woman say we kum won. Sana na ohunene. Ba obetimi fight corruption. President Mama me tia say ade become person ultimate don say so. How to expose corruption. Obama hu adegwa. Because I don't know kete asishe.
Okay,
eketase. Bibi kataso undercover dealings.
Okay.
It is so encourage exposure. And it was a President Mahama address no. So na me Bernard Ken. Na pointi bi asemo kan me say be dey say Nyankopon ya madom. Na me nya be $1 million ah. Me ha me ho kra nya man yosem bio. Nkoma na odi okuku amasem.
Adai so.
E na be da abonten. President Mahama transfer asem no so. Na me guess what I say?
Me mount hompo na be.
Exactly so. Well, and then in American leadership asem. Ni oba be di okunani no. As equally important as the real fight. Because on one serious, it doesn't matter how you fight it, it won't be successful. Because I didn't never go to the final arbiter. ono obekon obefa so a obeka so asebesi me hwe wo ne ya me do to ha obeduma ya adwuma no papa na question be say bisa ne say be say President Akufo-Addo and the new administration corruption attractive and then attractive answer ne say attractive emuye just one man hire kono and the President Akufo-Addo one man corruption no aye akono sentine den because near obabua na ko ketashe ne pro no we institution akese being a ono ankasa de ba ko ba your special prosecutor.
That's right.
Near to see being by auditor general. Na special prosecutor no ono na djuma no de be ma corruption natimia na kuna e de pa ne say ono no you be a on metatai past appointees because okay say senka o past appointees a wo be pursue won ana wo be pekon be fasa dia wati amra den be kwa ko gina amra no a and the wo attorney general a e na djuma ono e say djuma no nemom yepe another officer ono no betimia atumi ahwehwe abana oteso ne appointees so the dream and the katahye te senia na anu ye call so wala bianka issue no ma we betimi agina aka so there be age why are there emfata etia Ghana mra etia be court and then the first special prosecutor yi nkomo ibai
okay
we be kaya people before na start this conversation no
that people so mobile
one independent prosecutor what they say doing the better
they qualified it
exactly so the independent prosecutor beba and MP before and the Akufo-Addo ko fine no so no so special prosecutor fair enough ye twamra ma ye de ade na ma a point pa we no kra no ye mu binum kan say is it because of some person o sang danga djuma na ni ana because we use obi a not then NDC near feel say or will be a what declare intention say on pair former President Mahama very pleased and any appointees as 92.3 abatina ko wan so no onankasa ne na numa se mode ba bonteni say President Akufo-Addo amma ne kwan amana ntimi anye na djuma yi atse na sabi o we de aduan to krama nim na de ade a wode hye krama no a asa o won pani we de bi ahye na no obeda no wadi
aduan no da ho
exactly but what me ni into to two na boa kopem say papa no resign American ora matna medu asem
Winning
citizen vigilante.
I am not cutting you short, but since the work of office of the special prosecutor by Emerald ba pen justice appeal. So what kind of
yeah kind of
okay.
He started establishing the office of the special prosecutor, who is supposed to function under the office of the Attorney General and Minister of Justice. The question I always pose is, if the Attorney General cannot prosecute some key public officials and his own partymen who fall foul of the law because of political clout and other factors, then how can the special prosecutor who works under him do so? We must be informed that the special prosecutor, by the law establishing the office, is not as independent as the ordinary man or Ghanaian working our streets perceives him to be. Section 2 of the Act establishing the office, that's Act 959, gives him a limited role in the investigation and prosecution of criminal cases. It provides that the special prosecutor is to investigate and prosecute specific cases of alleged or suspected corruption and corruption-related offenses, but not all corruption-related cases. The question is, who decides on the specific cases to be investigated and prosecuted? The provisions of Section 4, subsection 1 and 2 are more interesting, and they provide, for one, except as otherwise provided in the Constitution, the office is not subject, that the office of the special prosecutor is not subject to the direction or control of a person or an authority. The law did not say of any person or any authority. It says of a person. It means there is somebody else whom he is subject, who controls him. Now, like the Electoral Commission one, it says any person or any authority. When it comes to the special prosecutor, a person or an authority. While the Electoral Commissioner is somehow totally independent, The special prosecutor is not. In fact, the special prosecutor has no independence whatsoever. We should know that. And if we don't know, we should learn it from today. He is subject to the authority of the Attorney General. Subsection 2 of Section 4 says, subject to Clause 4 of Article 88 of the Constitution, the office of the Special Prosecutor shall, for the purposes of this Act, be authorized by the Attorney General to initiate and conduct the prosecution of corruption and corruption-related.
Yeah, may I say, but also need more of technicalities.
That's right.
Okay, need more of technicalities. Say, or no, say the name independent, no, and I say independence of the special prosecutor, no, and yeah, they are well established because almost there then exactly, or Attorney General say, but the American say Attorney General de obianim say, and Attorney General de Dr. Ato Forsen, court or the Puni, Dr. Puni, nipa who be or no prosecuting one. But your pen will bet me a prosecute PPA, boss.
That's right.
Your pen will bet me a Labianca, same. Etimia prosecute to me. Your pen ya current appointees. So we involve our dream the catalyst. They say boss contaminated for issue. So what I say? If you're not the man, nipa being so say, young till Sasu, no, never bra in fighting such corruption and corruption related issues. And another Kufado, maybe can't come once say, Ura Matinamidu, on Rankasa no de Jumanamano, Nobel Kafa President Kufado, and his readiness in terms of support to a special prosecutor as well, a man of fighting corruption under his administration, no, on your willing to.
That's right.
All right. In another kind say, on Rankasa, the mother serpent of corruption.
Auto FM.
That's a cromfo no.
Or many reasons. Maybe say under President Kufado, corruption is attractive and I say not attractive.
Okay.
Because boss issue by no, we had the president himself and about Bontin be clear.
Alfred
Obing. I think Ministry of Energy, for more committee be.
That's right.
So when you him. Adechi happen that so national security why on hwemu kra wi no nia we nu kwakoye no won fanto nchen me ka ba be susu say so we special prosecutor fi ho a auditor general eno hwehwe aban sikasem mu ye twa sikasem ma per the appropriation bill sikana ebeka won sa no eden ne den na the year as so provide receipts say why you so ampa when you choose canon, so I saw me who say, ABS Casa and Ascasa and Aka at that Bank of Ghana accounts records. Nipple that brand a man to me a Germany ye. A Ghana fin na over her. I will ride them a level. That's right. Where is Ankumaka Washam? The level young with him. I think it's about 2020 audited accounts.
Audited General report.
And now, we say, finance ministry won award contract bi wa award sa contract no efa oru osafo mafo so crew and associates so when you hwemu bi infa I think road auditing or whatever bi sa ho 92 okoba no hu say adwuma na award ma sa company say wonye ma oman no won anye but oman no disika ama sa adwuma crew no enti no recommendation is as I say and this same idea I call for say charging.
That's right.
All right. And then they that will check or buy. And I'm sad this tomorrow at the level eduma. I'm paying for the share no many jai. If you come fast to jai eduma no. I come paying when near bra. O person fight corruption. Who took a press. A reaction the level no nya Ghana ni bio. Okay ba. Okoye Togolese. You have to know the level. If the knee in Fekra or the bar a bang no, and also came into question. And I'm
that's right.
Come up upon fast to Jaya Jumano. Not be there was that clear indication say Nana Akufo-Addo abang retire owura Domelo because so say or the nsa koka ne appointees a e de no guase bedo na ba o was adwin no. Corruption Perception Index afibia eba now the total President Mahama records now befa Nana Akufo-Addo records from 2017. I mean Bernard said you man kakra ho. President Mahama highest was and we rated from 0 to 100. In that's an Aoku school no extra, will be anya 10, will be anya 20, and will be anya 30. Well, when you're 30, no yard 30 over 100. Now guess what I say?
That's right.
Denominator 100. All right, per one ratings are attending. President Mahama highest was 46% as against 100. The lowest, and that was I think 2016. Sana na obehwa a perception. Inti exposures ahoroa na wa ma ho kwan owura Manase no mo babontin, and there was nothing like say or the impediment be eto nipa na wa sade no akonu. He allowed them to work freely in an environment sitting president with make of fans some sabi ko no kwa bi anim ehrodo da sam e be chichire no kon. He allowed it to go. The man usually calls my pepe, my who said, I'm Penny Ampano. I think Sraj, a clear President Mahama. It was because of his happened that was that testy of the opposition. Say, when be our befaswa. As I said, 2016 election, MPP win, you know. I know the man's of fast do or die and you say all die be die. That's right, all die be die man trying to buy. It's not a idea me here on pa. It was said that it's in contempo afro. President Mahama Dubai a friend and hotel Awakoto and Yamaha Debree.
Kanazore.
A whole lot. It's a broader perception in the minds of other people. It's a money drop about 43%. President Akufo-Addo was just 2017. 2017, I think 41%. 2018, 41%. 2019, I think the same 41 or 43. Last year was about 43%. That was the lowest of President Mahama in 2016, 43 now. Now, Auditor General report about Bonteno. Adenedi say last year, through corruption and corruption-related issues, infractions ahoroa eba abanyuma no. Ghana boka over 12 billion Ghana cedis. Over 12 billion Ghana cedis. Now, this year being last year being 2021, no, a year subsequent year, no. Sa corruption ahoroa no from 12 billion 12.856 million or 12 billion 856 million 172,626. That was in 2020. 2021 niabeto gwa mprenpren ye de ho nkomo. Corruption sika omanmara hwere according to report he 17 billion 483 million 483,539. So I'm moving from 12 billion to 17 billion plus. Alaska. Anything maybe I say under President Akufo-Addo corruption I attractive na. Because said your crime na we feel na okronfo ba ha obebubo no. Okraman where you nephew. Nemboro or I see don't catch ne analogy of mine. Okraman where you nephew. Meaning say why been say one pese ubema obi agina and I say aboa bia obetimi aboa awe wufi ho no ebeba ho bio. Okay. Because those people who are mandated so obetimi aboa near to ketazisha price if really you near bra and ka ma owura domelevo if you honko na near bufu ni say Yemis as a crow and associate one court in 7 go then. When they go there's current attorney general. They take you over no. Asama Nelson ka all my lawyers call now DH. Na when your judgment no. we withdraw.
We're filing only prosecute.
We withdraw. They withdrew. And you're only prosecute person. We have contest as the ground.
Wow.
Then I'm aware of that thing. They didn't contest it. Ojai. And not so. And sa ewechia epia current auditor general at the bar office. Into home. NMD can kind of say, Dianaba. And I'll be who Dianis and actually Dianisu.
Okay.
President Kufado. And yet, not being said, Ketasha pray, I see to know. A idea and no name. Ojo anenum sabin ran over partner said, "Me babe buam ya protected the public purse." It is the other way around. In some beer or kind in opposition, no. Either say what down no 360, acting differently because Ubakaya broke up promising galam say on fire. NDC for so bad. Obeka ko fa soldier for ade ababe.
That's right.
Abetata won. Dem no kafa ho. Also one dey nya do be side nda. No kwa dey ofresa trade ni say a small scale mining. Meboa.
That's right.
Onya power what happened? 360. Ni okafa 1 million constituency equivalent supporter what the come each constituency no. And on once obetra konga so you go see then. It narrow down to fighting corruption. What person will be took at as a price here? One, the President Muhammad's example is the best. So Obama unattractive within your fold. Nipa na wa point to on no. Ma wo say mede se meso dai mpo. Na me biema no ka so say sadi na me pese me ye ana na mo say na me pese me tua. President tia o ma me ho emfa me ho nti no. Ese se me twu ho fi ho. O ka bi fa oya abukapele ne prosecution ho. Enya ho ade. You understand? So that say wo appointee a one our friends o mebua na munya adwuma bi. Na we be actually no na sabi oda duem ana wakodja amane wa banko mu. But leadership by example, because one can say I did me man attractive to say me hina okofa by and answer no ye due process yan come from Rakwanso and President Mahama so kaya that shows the seriousness of President Mahama person be fighting corruption national service.
That's right.
All right. And his administration are subject to scrutiny. Findings about Montino, one answers what's a charge on, where say what one court, BBC, Buzz branding, Jobakaya.
That's right.
Oh, and on Emma, the beauty, Katashan Prodiminia, because now here we are zero.
President Kufuor is from Adam.
And because now here we are zero. But the approach to it by the leader himself.
Right.
The approach. And then the Adama will be a Junanjanga so there be a buying day. And now some day. One when out on Sakana. A idea of a young fiefin. Abufrebia tells to the Papa China Mammy.
Rapon Mammy.
Abufrebia tells to the Papa China Mammy. Because the first of my day. Then I was about die. But Papa be few no better. Don't go back to us.
That's right.
It is how a leader or man penning. I had to a bar mount. I will swear oath. Oath of allegiance, no. So that brought up protecting Ghana. Man, any young Japan or big protecting man. It is the failure of doing it, no. And because it's an indictment on your administration. It's in your report, no. About 700 page document, yeah. 700 voluminous. It's yet as a bit more digest. You remember the Kenny in Adakopa. But then I would say a bank responsibility in terms of fighting corruption.
Right.
And that this government, what they need to previous government, young Kwechri, young for the immediate past, or no, the predecessor, President Mahama, and Akufo-Addo memoir, all indicators, HSA President Akufo-Addo, are failing totally. Ye say na President Mahama ye no ne tu aso kakra bia anke bia na ba bia na ewo no ye men paradise kran ka ye do
me da say tie because once I will refer to that and ye tie na fe enko beauty wo nanado yes one in no nsem wakani
I
Nana Adodankwa Akufo-Addo.
Do in the name of the Almighty God swear.
Do in the name of the Almighty God swear.
That I will bear true faith and allegiance.
That I will bear true faith and allegiance.
To the Republic of Ghana.
To the Republic of Ghana.
As by law established.
As by law established.
That I will uphold.
That I will uphold.
The sovereignty and integrity of Ghana.
The sovereignty and integrity of Ghana.
And that I will preserve.
And that I will preserve.
Protect.
And defend.
The Constitution of the Republic of Ghana.
The Constitution of the Republic of Ghana.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Right.
Echa. What's a utra bebree?
Why editing? But I say, I wish I see my do some time next as a no number. Ya break call a higher 92.3. Ahana Ghana, Kasana Ghana. Halidu Sabo Healing Center ya biaya ya distance back Ram Buta and I did Juma. Or see and catch as a Susuma Quanchena Hobambo de Pabenepa. But more days, sir, Obaba, Nasuya, Ababeji, Irish. Now, see, Aquila soap at Tatahepa 0243 409 and 0540 670-646 now 0201-223-717 0201-223-717 na yani Halidu Sabo aya Healing Center ampere for chichun komona ni amanso anya kama afa ya Nana Adodankwa Akufo-Addo eko eye any to our the central region enu echi papa okowie no too far oso kwa amano ni aba. Now, when a BOT can producer tape number.
Yeah, thank you very much. You have specifically mentioned corruption within the taxation system. What exactly will you do to stamp this out?
The measures are going to be difficult, but there have to be a variety of them. Including what I consider, I call the ANAS principle, setting up highly motivated professional groups of young people who will work, if you like, as it were, undercover to unearth examples of corruption wherever they can find it, and thereby allow the authority to deal with the issue. Because not only do you unearth the corruption, but you actually deal with it in terms of sending people to court, prosecuting them. Hopefully, the courts will cooperate and make sure that the offenders are found guilty and sanctions appropriately enforced. So a variety of measures, but a key one is the ANAS principle, as well as, of course, what you do to securize those who are in the tax collecting agencies.
Well,
Alaska. His Excellency Nana Adodankwa said, "Oba TV ni radio so na wa measure wa no a wa hwe abewie na bia na afo atwen o was scam Ghana fo nyina
was scam
ye nyina asem o kan yi fa compare or a cognitive dissonance leader a cognitive dissonance leader or catch us her left and her right. They mean differently from what they are saying. Assembly or can on the same year 2027 biano. If you want to make money, go to private sector. And to turning the public sector to private sector. Assembly and now can biano say he has politically scammed everybody except in Honene. Except in Honene. Even the ministers ne crown of was coming bim. Was coming ye nyina. Nana do wo hu. Da obefra konwa na so no. Se nyame ani na fofi na okofa bonten se de GM ne oje ne fancy a obe pai na so aw wo de asma me kan beka se bia me yendi sinintia wo de ankoma ayedi obe pie akofa bonten ba bia se ya man bodyguard papa me so be chine gnosi ya wo so no sa no so aka zeko was coming Ghana fo nyina se woni MPP focal program na mo pon a eya yintimi fo mo din tobia.
That's very true.
They feel say eyo mo yasa kwana scam yo so mo ni choice na nyes scamming or see on one voice.
That's right.
I will use another principle of name, shame and jail.
That's right.
And that's when
our Ghana
now they announce so tie me now
FM.
Nyame money who muso niemra power no sorry. Ye be chere Medina baby wo sokotena. No ma power mediji bi muso. Let's get that straight on this show. National chairman tie we the beauty maker. Sa attitude of ye mo bi anka de opena kufo do abose bi ato ho. Mahama bano ye mpudu e bebu am na ye mpudu duma no. 92.3. Ye nanam say ye pam akokɔ bɔne ansa na akokɔ papa aba. Hwɛ wo de niema pa Mahama ye ne niema mo ye wɔ Ghana. Enra right abi trust bi na me dwe so say Abraham Mahama wa aban mu no. Ye nya journalist a omo fa plane call Norway. That's right. For UK, eko Burkina Faso. And the Kufuado no. The AC wa Ghana kwa they can investigate. Let alone to travel outside. 92. Kwa na obese baba kan ka do. Ye baba ki bie wa ye be ye mpuntuduma. Enti ye mmabi mu kwan mo mu nyedede wo kronum. We silence some people. Na Mahama system na fo na obeye dede. Dabi. No, ye nti ase. Nti amamu no Mahama bedi 70% and him be 30%. Because I am protecting her, good things will not come. What you share near my pa Mahama ye? Kwa Accra Guitar Center, Mahama see ya for the diam to so. Minister no be minister near Koto Ward so e Accra Guitar Center.
92.3 FM.
Na mi bisa wo. Kwa ku oso kodubu so ono ye guy na de oso berian so e.
92.3.
Kwa oso kodubu ose o ye guy na de oso berian so be den. De ono si Accra Guitar Center Mahama mfa ne diam to so. De ono be ye common sector minister o. Eslo wusu atwa ba bi di to so. Mahama de ni nyansa. Media phone nka na ye ba power. Na obeka chem se so okomi krom bo no. Na Mahama ye kwan a na wadi na tem ya hwew because we Ghana ni. No,
welcome take it. Welcome Ambassador Simpieso leso tiewu. Na mo o ye dia ope na no mo no kasa wobunu kasa na obunu fo nti ase.
Amanya no obunu so nti o. You see, my young can send me and central for the ntie. As I have worked with the Commonwealth. Abuafono. So I'm say leader where you the part will protect you.
Okay.
About Johnson, then is Suben be an enya. Nko betna wa kosi awie. Ba ne Suben bi na enye. Enti media for no kan do muntie me say ye ba power. Mahama baby president is 70% nearly 30%. Because no man ye mapa na ya tire ne din na se. Look, what Accra Guitar Center da.
That's very true.
Na me pesa me passport ba me mba mi no. Na me copy na me say, "Eh, sa we wo kromu ha." Media for am na mpie. Because I say me na ye. Thank you. Now dear me say wo ka hu the media for muntie. And so say na so hu no. Manase Zuri of Cote d'Ivoire and Togo and a copy of South Africa and Kenya. And then we're free investigation to checkmating or your fact finding. What you say? And NDC form you see NDC na ban. I'm seeing a new NDC coming. You be near my papa. Na near my papa na ye be no. Me dey metina himfie. Okwa himfie se na na ohui no onye mistake obadwam. We have to protect Mahama because he's the presumptive leader. Media Makasa, I'm not against monopoly. Yama kwano obia imagine two. Who shall pay na beg in a bag?
Obia imagine two. Tiwo mame. Nanado Aqua Central Regional Talk when you here.
Honor of the late Haruna Iseko, who comes from here, I've instructed the Minister for Roads and Highways to commence work on the construction of the Akuti Junction to Sinyadreku Road. As you know, one of your very own, the Director of Communications at the Presidency, Mr. Eugene Ahi, has done a very good job. Has done a very good job in lobbying persistently for this road to be constructed, just as he did for the Bodrasik-Kaswa Road. And I assure you that it will be completed before 2024. It is public knowledge that he has intentions of contesting on the ticket of the MPP in 2024. If he is successful, if he is successful in the MPP parliamentary primaries. And I'm confident that he will do an excellent job as member of parliament for you.
Tell me, baby. His Excellency in another one. So one trust script, I'm not know from.
Why are they?
So to say, or your mistake, not or kasa or scripts. He's a scripted president. Check it historically.
And to wave in the team.
The free team no yam from so. So who's an another? I know from Petney and Traumano. Or your chill and Paul. So a special student.
And he won there, so-called company, and
you see, it's all about election. And one thing I was say, NDC to might be an Leslie machine in 2024. Yen paid 2 million your time Bible in Cramophone Fanchame. Or say, she shall soon then the train near Cane. Nor the Yaka in our day, ebe count. Yen she 2024. Any electoral victory first. May ye new year. Coco Rose Beba. Terminal 5 Beba. Mimi tetu kwa nasa udu terminal 5, you not proud as a Ghanaian. And that's we are Santimina or Kokejetia marketer. How do you feel? Shall be our 2 coin across Singapore, Dana. Faratry Park, a compare other parts in the UK and Singapore. Are you not happy? And that's our Sawasa marketer. How do you feel? On say we are Sinka Abraboy Dokoto. So him Dokoto.
I is a bunch.
Udana Wakoto. Bamahama, I net Dokoto Ashanti region. One can say, oh, moon to Abama mitimi Puntuduma. Oko Ashanti Namen and I Pancrono Hene. 70% of all mega project and this in a year. Na Asante for say going forward, no, you better harvest food. Central region. One will say, you see, my research on sugar consumption in Ghana.
Okay.
Na na mitie some of the government apparatchiks almost say Mahama was short-sighted. NOD can see factory about only raw material on team industrialization ase. One tiasie. Now so what industrialization I say go and read industrial economy. There are 2 ways to industrialize. Either backward integration or forward integration. In forward integration, you first get your raw material before your production site. In backward integration, you can get your production site before your raw material because a bit might take you 3 years to put up a factory. But raw material there, less than 12 months, be available. And to Mahama, you see backward integration approach. Was sit down, you know. Now, Alaska, what way? Yamen fast amo. Now, obey my more number. Now, you don't follow chick on him, Kawoba. No, catch you say, oh, Mpuna Mako, come over Biante. No, I cram it in the 2. Who's could be in the room? Why no ba win him? Won't you shut up? Now the one number obey man Yeduma and a Mahama see Commander Sugar Factory. You think how buy no dear? And you cook and pay. And to Kwadi Busia for the 1,000 years in the Yada Mahama bomb. Into one Kasankasa logical reasoning. Obe any logical reasoner, obey blame Mahama on Commander Sugar Factory. Because we see dynamo. Indian Exim Bank were giving Ghana $35 million facility. Kona Bejina Beye, and then say Kwame Nkrumah started in 1964. Now knows Mahama Bey into a year. But Commander for ye dear, you see any a bank and by a trial by Yansan.
Commander for said,
any a bank by a trial by Yansan.
See why Mahama brought the Commander Sugar Factory. Say na Mahama Kai.
$200 and something million, almost $300 million worth of sugar every year. And they say, you bet me see factory. Niankasa, you produces sugar nibi. Send a bear, you bet say forex dollars now, you call amanone eco crash sugar ebano. And they say, look, you're your mistake. And the first thing, won't see factory nisi home. Near who's a factory no home. Now, you see factory new na ya pebbles no near the ama farmers no. Na farmers na produce sugar cane no to the factory. And when your factory na, then aka raw material. Say factory in the end, sorry, and Kobibia. And phase 1 of the project, any factory no, and you see here. And a phase 2, government of India may another $24 million for sugar cultivation and outgrowers. If you are buying this government buy, you know, say your government's thing in your friend exam facility, and then she share your priorities. Buy almost sugar in your priority. Until $20-something million, the Indian government say apply for this for sugarcane raw material. No more apply, and so they left it. And the factory needs now. Okay, say me Jimmy, my basic factory, I'll make provision for raw material. I'm not that foolish. Me economics, I was say from what I say. And I knew what the vision was. The fishing was get the factory first. And to see a starting producer, we'll have a process.
So it was you were right with.
I made my losing or say, oh, Casa Majimi. Some Panida Casadi, what would you?
That's right.
Research will know. Amaya ye cra sugar fuel moho. Brazil, India, Guatemala, Nicaragua, France, Belgium, Morocco, Turkey, China, Poland. Interestingly, yeah, assassin, 5 times Arabo than this. Assassin did sugar cane. No, the acidity near what Ghana demuno. 5 times better than Samai Wimo. Netia research which says no way Bermua. Direct job 1,003, indirect 5,000. And on a scale, no 6,300 direct and indirect job. Ghana wahu. So many paba could be a juma affecting nipa 4. So funny paba kwa juma. Econometrics bachelor will say it affect 4 other people. Me hey, me yere me mama papa they affected if I get job.
That's right.
And to say Muhammad kreti a juma. Now employ 6,300 multiply that by 4 and the impact on commander economy. Akufo don't tell me muasi. Me see o Tekanafa president.
Oh you dying?
Tekanafa president.
Right.
Now under him no one corruption your poverty alleviation program. Now they win him.
BOT.
Under Akufo-Addo, corruption is a poverty alleviation program. PAP. So we end this in now Tiemia. Medema no sin. Fashion team say December 7th is a communal labor of change.
Let us say BOT nothing in Kano. Bernard, any place yambre na so who were just 2 minutes na fe ya rapper. And net you for you to me and focus mo fan che
my one pro. Central region kwa President Akufo-Addo kwa no kwa ni emso wasay Ghana skakeke. Wasay Ghana skakeke. Because mfasodi bi ani ho a okoya Ghana yenya fi sa to no koyenim. Edi kan ni se okoya campaign koma ema onra ne party fo. Edi etia party ni mrankasa kra won lay down procedure na say one directives are executive there about to say a brain swing say obetimi a campaign am aspirant bia. Okoya campaign ma yugina him. President Akufo-Addo amyati ase say be oni ankasa as president no woni amamu jije bia. So what I say? O amamu jije anko nim say o sa kwan de ese say yekokoye ma ebia bobia say ana ebia yemfanko ekure yase.
That's right.
So what I say? Dan no kafa yugina him.
Aso no lobby. On lobby fi mo yo.
Eti meaning say wonni flash staff as on me your lobby. Want me from puntu nko.
No, you raise a very legitimate.
Wonni flash staff house wa. Omon no abani nim yes so ye magana for on ten frase. Onim ne ti ote flash staff house ho. The just be a wo abem na so ba be lobby and sack my president Akufo-Addo mo say bia ensu ni bia ha nti ma me nkoma wo sunum. Unlike NDC obekaya sabe ni mo no ye wo plans and programs and policies. The enim say fisa break yi ye nkan na we kura yase ye bi wa ha. Okodu nothing we no to papa so. Ni wie no commander nkomo no nya ehia
ye ba shut down.
Me mo pocket we wa.
Yambre aso.
Temperature wa down just 1 minute. Bra bangi buy no who's the president Mahama and we are sure and na commander sugar factory no na enye adwuma.
That's right.
So cancer sir we nga bia hwro ni be ode wo koy no wo ahwrofu bi a bangi ye bedua enti then what saying me no ka say we nga to factory nim president ko no ko born high life we factory no we nga shutting down me pe India ni na obeye sa advert minim baby ofi oye duma ho ana ofi hifa oka wona wo buy the down ho under president Mahama na and we go find fifa and no ye part of sa strategic investor na was yes what dem beba no and now we go find video so o ye PR ma won keke hwe Ghana amamu na nya sabi fail this out a serious business baby Ghana won prempren you know say obi betimi anya kokudru as be a member of the Council of State now I confront President Akufo-Addo akata say minia baby Ghana do no jai fail di jai concert ne not as president now we nti Ghana for to abama o na execute set programs a bit me aboa ma man no ayi yan afiyan or how the many ayi mu a the better to be for us. Because I really before sure what bonte no dakro ebe asem kese
me da say dakro ebe asem kese ha na bro man kwan na ye di ebesi bioti ye sorry
me dey make a communal labor of change ade na communal labor e wo see tu akufo do sa so bayere
moya dai
e wo see tu akufo do ani MPP sa so bayere ntu ko wofo ma fa akufo do se wutu aso bayere wutu no home now the neighbor fee
me da say Bernard
ni ameka ne say achia emui esinga bebu nyina
Bernard say
yenum nsumfa ntwen ope.
Thank you for being part and parcel of this wonderful show. The name has always been the same. Unchangeable, movable, unpredictable, Alaska the Don. The commander with a commanding voice. Yimano Kwesi Martin Adodo na from me 2 minutes into 5 p.m. And ya fabric mo fan chair. Na Dodo na eka or say George Poku ase or say Opano members you know educated the public. Fantastic you are. Susanna Youngson say in fact and Opano members no ama my make you very proud. Sir Mayor Gane Namsaye NDC Bernard Odrotachi and an impatient say Omda Master Hiru Ahasa say BOT we too much also if you are and Richard Ofosu say Nanado ye lawless president right I was here summary ya DSC Eunice Nana ya Poku a producer extraordinaire DJ Gasho DJ Cross Mike ni kweni carriage all of omunyana ebwa brother Alexander Mo and so ebwa jumedie mani